Hey, what's up, guys? It's Oakley, and I am here with Enpremi from the Rise of Mordor team, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look at kind of what goes into making this mod. Who are the key players? So today, I have Enpremi, and we have a series of questions we'll be diving into covering his work with this particular mod and kind of his whole background. So, Enpremi, I guess I'll let you say hi before we get started.
Hello there, everyone.
So, Enpremi, what's your role on the team?
I'm currently a character artist, and I would like to be even a bit of an environmental artist. Yeah, right now I'm in charge of pretty much creating assets, be it armor, weapons, maybe some props in terms of hair and other stuff. Currently I'm working Dale, which is pretty much finished by now. Just doing some final polishing, and then I would like work on either Mordor or Rohan.
Very cool. And you guys have more than one people kind of filling that role because there's a whole bunch of factions that you're trying to cover. So you're one of many artists, or it's
Um,
just a handful?
uh, well, right now there's like 3 or 4 members in terms of character assets. It's me, Mr. J. Then he's currently a bit busy with studies. Then we have a new guy, got Burr, and that's another one, Elfandre, who's doing Rohan's. So there's 5 of us to cover 6 factions at the moment. We have some other guys working on Mordor, some cool stuff coming, such as trolls. So that's fancy. It requires animations, custom animations and such. That's a bit a different part. Um, but yeah, that's 5 people working on 6 factions.
So my next question is, which of the models are you proudest of?
Um, would be pretty much, I would say the armor, the bulk of armor. That's really one of my favorites. Or one of my custom designs, be it Rovanian regions or the Wineland Watchmen. I really love these designs, and I mean, whenever I create something, I pretty much fall in love with it after a while. So until I create a new one, then it's my new favorite. But really, these 3 are my favorites so far.
So what would you say is your process for designing these, either if they're unique or if they're inspired?
Well, it begins like any other planning process with watching reference. I've spent numerous of hours watching Weta's behind the scenes, be it the Hobbit or the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I have huge library of pictures from Weta, huge library of pictures from the movies. So I have this, library where I can always go and look at their, designs and inspire myself. Then I pretty much just um, sketch out what I need to model, what needs to be done with mesh, what can be done with texture. Then I create a 3D asset, see if it's working in game, then texture it properly, and then comes the most for part, which is pretty much making sure that works. Everything's proportionally correct. Um, there is no clipping, which is almost impossible to do. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Pretty cool. And so for the ones that were, like you said, the Vinland Guards or Ravanian Regents, these are really cool units that had to fit within the Dale theme, for instance, but there was no examples of it. I'm trying to see how you applied that next level to make it consistent with the world, but still your own character. Did you go to kind of the lore itself to see what the units would have been wearing, or how do you make that jump?
I'm not such a lore master yet in terms of Tolkien, but I would say that when it comes to armor design, he described it briefly in some more famous factions such as the Elves or the Gondor army. But factions such as Dale much unmentioned. So there was up to Weta to define their designs. So yeah, for example, the Wineland guards and the Wineland watchmen, they use completely custom designs. I'm not sure if I went back to Dale designing these because it's such a different region. For example, the Wineland watchmen use Ned Stark's
Oh, really?
studded armor. I
Yeah.
really love the design, and it looks unique, looks great. So I kind of create a replica of it. Then I always, there's some specific shape that this faction bears. So I always try to implement it in the armor. For example, the Wineland Wineland region. Just I try to replicate the leaf always whenever possible. Then you have the wine pretty much. For example, on the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to replicate these, and then there was the case of Rovanian regions. Yeah, that was a bit of a tricky because Rovanian, in terms of law, is a bit of a dead kingdom when we talk about Third Age and end of Third Age. So I had to look back in the law, found out that they used to pretty much cooperate with Gondor, the fight of Easterlings. So I went to take a look on Gondor armor, try to take some other Gondor armor. Then I looked up, what could be specific for Rovanian. Rovanian is huge area, and I found out that pretty much the Great River of Anduin is part of Rovanian. So I took the river, imagined banks, and just replicated this pattern on the armor.
Wow. Yeah. That's impressive. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's what people like to see in anything, in any artwork, is having a depth to it, having a story to it, having it, more than just something that's flashy and looks cool. There's actual story behind it. So that's awesome. You've been able to incorporate it.